So free transfer day has came and went, and it has been very, very, very good to us. We have signed a bunch of new players, some really top quality youngsters. We've cooked on the transfer contracts as well. We've made sure to get them down for longer than just the end of the season. So let's go take a look at our new players. So like I said, yes, we've got a bunch of new players. We're going to go through them one by one. We'll then go to the transfer history to talk about the players who've also left the club, as there has been a number of exits as well. But as you can see, we've probably got a lot of names you've not seen before. So we're going to start at the top and mention everyone who is new. We did a lot of business. Basically, free transfer day, for those that don't know, in July, basically the entirety of Europe, the contracts expire. However, in Sweden and a couple other countries, Iceland, it's October. Sweden, it's usually November, December. And then there's a couple other countries, especially around outside of Europe, that are a little bit different as well. I think like Chile and stuff, it's like December as well. So there's different countries do it at different times. But generally, the majority of Europe, it's in 30th of June, and then 1st of July is your free transfer day. So we looked through basically England, France, Spain, Germany, Italy. We looked through them, then we went through Austria, Belgium, basically everyone who's had youth departures first. We went through every sort of decent enough European country, even looked through some of the more minnow countries, but basically looked at youth departures for the majority of clubs. Then we went back to player released. We must have trialed about 500 players. We must have offered contracts to like 100. But basically the way that I did it is I went through, trialed them. If they're rubbish, terminate the trial. If they're good, keep them on as a trial. Then basically just go through per position, pick the best one, offer them the contract. If they accept, if they wanted too much, terminate the trial, then pick the next one. So let's say the goalkeeper. So I would get maybe a goalkeeper, let's say out of the first batch, 2 goalkeepers were good enough on trial. We keep both of them. We then go through, look for more trials. And then basically once we'd found one that I was happy with, that I would want, even if there was a better one available later, we'd offer it. If it was a non-contract, then we didn't need to worry about offering them a contract. If it was a proper contract, then we did have to obviously make sure we were getting a good player. So there's a couple we had options for proper contracts that I did agree to join the club, but then once we got closer to the sign, once we got to the date where you have to confirm it, we kind of had second thoughts. As we start to bring better players in as well, we started to realise they maybe weren't as good as first thought. But the players we've brought in, there's a mixture. Some of them are just okay, but some of them are very, very good. Like I said, the process was just a constant process of churning players in and out of trials, offering contracts. 90% of the time when we did offer a contract, it was accepted, and then the player would then have offers from somewhere else. So these are the players who, I think for the vast majority of them, didn't get an offer somewhere else. Most of them only had an offer from us. Some of them signed very quickly, so they were clearly quite keen to come in and play first team football. The first one, though, we're going to go through them one by one. We've got Jared Valls. He is a 19-year-old Spanish goalkeeper. He's on a non-contract, so not tied down to an actual year. £180 per an appearance and £180 per a clean sheet. I'm not sure how this worked with the budget, but basically at the minute we still have £45 available, so we are within budget. Our scouting obviously is over. Club-wise, finance-wise, by the way, we are 93k in the red, which is not great. But it is what it is. So yeah, we've got him on a non-contract. Obviously, the worry there being if someone wanted him, which he's pretty good, they could get him on a free. So we might look at that next season. But he is a good first division elite, which is the second tier. So he's good for the division above. So that's 3.5 stars for us now. We have massively cooked. Our media prediction has shot up as well. We did so well in this window. He came in, had a honking debut in the Cup, conceded 6 goals. We'll talk about that in a bit. But we had a clean sheet on his first league game. So he's in non-contract. I forgot to mention as well, great pedigrees from Barcelona's academy. So Barcelona youth player, 6'2", 19, probably going to be a Premier, top division goalkeeper. He could be our forever goalkeeper, to be honest. The next one is Bloaz Plantinga. He is a 19-year-old Dutch centre-half, 6'2", technically, mentally and physically very well-rounded. £170 a week. We offered him a deal to the end of the season with an optional extension. We triggered that automatic extension. I think he was upset that we triggered it. But nevertheless, there was a couple of players where we triggered their extension. They weren't happy. So we said if someone gives you 24 grand, they can take you. But he's basically tied down till next season. He's a good player for the division above as well. From Feyenoord's academy, came in and did well on his first game. Another one is Luca Fernal Gill. He is a Trinidad and Tobago centre-half, £210 a week. Again, was originally just till the end of the season. We added an optional contract extension, which we made non-negotiable. Basically, this is how I've avoided the issue we had last season, where we had Archie Baptiste, for example, who only had a contract till the end of the year, then decided he was probably too good for us, which was true, and then left on a free, and we never got anything. We weren't able to replace him, basically. So this is the issue. That we solved that issue by paying them a little bit more than they wanted. So if they say they wanted like £200 a week, we would go in, whack the optional extension on, make it non-negotiable, make it a part-time deal as well so that they couldn't leave on a non-contract. And then basically, they asked for more money. We then worked them down. So basically, whatever they were wanting is probably a little bit more than what we originally offered. But we've got the stability of knowing they're here longer term. So £210 a week till the end of next season. He is 3.5 stars of current ability. Again, a good player for the division above where we're at. He was actually from Liverpool's academy, then went to Spurs for 500 grand. So this is a player £500,000 has been spent on. And again, got potential to be a top division player. So we've definitely got players who, to be honest, we can build. These are youngsters we can build the future around. Another one is Jenneth Kluwer. He's going to be an interesting talking point going forward. He's on £200 a week till the end of next season. 3.5 stars of current ability, 5-star potential. Scored on his debut. Another one from the Barcelona academy. Big stuff. We have also offered a new contract to Rico Robinson, so he's tied down till the end of next season as well. We've then got Elias McCrew. He is a 20-year-old Dutch winger on £270 a week with £130 on basically everything. He costs us a lot. His deal is only till the end of the season because he wanted so much money. So he's won because he's only 3 stars. He wants a lot of money. If we get to the end of the season and he's happy to sign a new deal and maybe a bit more realistic of a deal, then we'll do it. If he leaves us on a free and we only got him for, a few months, it is what it is. But he's probably one of the highest earners, especially when he's taken out of our budget so much with the appearance and goals and stuff. He's from the Ajax Academy, never really played for them, but he has played for us. Another one in, Oliver Borst, 19-year-old English striker. Technically decent, physically not too bad. 3 stars of current ability. Good player for this level with Premier Division potential. He is from Leeds' academy. Tottenham are spending money on players who are never going to be good enough for them. 1.3 million this lad went for. He's played 2 games and not scored yet, so I'm a little bit concerned he's not really hit the ground running, but he's only on a non-contract, £200 appearance, so again, we've got him pretty much infinitely until someone wants him. Another one, Paolo Fabiano Pagliusi, is a 19-year-old Italian striker, very similar in ilk to Borst. He's happy to just come in as a breakthrough prospect, which was very interesting. He's actually only on a £90 appearance fee, he's probably the cheapest one we've signed. Good player for this level. 5-star potential, top division potential. He's from Sassuolo's academy, which is great to see. We've then got... Who else did we sign? We definitely signed some more. They're the loans. We got this guy who got injured on his debut, but I back him to be good. Alu Badra Fafana is a 20-year-old Mali winger. He was from Inter's academy. 3.5 stars of current ability, so a good player for the division above. Premier League, Premier Division potential, £160 a week till the end of next season. So I back him. He's only out for a couple of weeks. He'll be back. We've still got Chambo, but yeah, that's it. So we've pretty much nearly got a full 11, Momar Fall, Robinson, Thornberg and Giuani. So we've got 4 players and the rest are all debuts. So we are definitely making big changes, but I think overall it's going to be good changes. If we look at the media prediction at the start of the season, I think we were 12th. We're now up as high as 6th, which I only think is an underrated opinion. I think we're actually higher than that. I think it's probably the Swedish players dragging us down. So what I'm hoping is, at the minute, we are still on course to get promoted automatically. We've actually been brilliant. So the last time you left us was Ostersund away. I think did we play Stocksund? I think we might have done. I can't remember whether we did play this or not. Or anyway, we won 2-0. We beat Karlstad 4-1. We beat Boden's 5K. We then went out in the cup. I think the issue was I chucked a lot of the new lads in and they weren't match fit. They didn't know the tactic. And it was just kind of a crazy game. There was apparently 74 in attendance and none of our fans went. Maybe that's why. We did win. We did get knocked out actually 6-4. So we won't have the cup group stage next season. So it is what it is. We're not going to be in the cup for next season, so we'll be just straight into the league. But we did follow that up with a 2-0 away win to Akvi Dabergs. One player who's slightly upset is Chambo. He's obviously upset that he thinks he's going to lose his place. He's right, he is going to lose his place. He's been brilliant this season. It feels really harsh, 9 in 10, but you've got to think about the long-term future of the players of the club. He's only a 2-star. He's only a good player. He's a leading player in the 4th division. The fact that he's actually got 9 in 10 is probably a purple patch. It's probably, if we look at his past, if we look at him before that, 7 and 21, 12 and 27, this is a purple patch. You know, he's not normally this good. He has had a few injury problems as well. And to be honest, he's a good player, but he's out of contract at the end of the year. He's not on much money, but we're not going to extend it. He's obviously not a Swedish player as well. I think one player you maybe haven't seen as well is Jamshidi. Arthur Jamshidi, he joined us on, I think it's a free loan. Yeah, free loan till the end of the season. 2-star striker. Yeah, it isn't up to much. I think he's actually got 2 assists in his 3 games, so not too bad. But yeah, basically just a free loan, homegrown, can sit on the bench. And then this pretty much means the loan players have pretty much all been moved out of the squad, which I'm okay with. They were only in on loan anyway. So Christensen, probably the best of the bunch to get taken out. He's been obviously taken out. Pettersson, another one, did quite well in the middle. And then Orvason as well, who was forming the back line. But I think our team's better now. We've had to make some interesting decisions to include all these players. So Thornberg is going to start playing left back, which is definitely not ideal. He's actually got a deal till the end of next season, as well as Worrell as well, and Stalnacki. So those kind of not really good enough players, but they're Swedish. They'll stick around. Rosberg's on a non-contract. He'll just stick around. He's actually had a good goal return this year. I think the new tactic is definitely working for goal scorers. He's got 6 and 15, pretty much all from the bench as well. He's worried he's going to lose his place. Again, he's right. He's not going to be a star player anymore. I think he needs to accept that. But yeah, so we've done a ton of signings. I think we'll only play the one game this episode because I've been talking about the signings for so long. But basically, I think this is our 11. So we've got Vols in goal. Obviously, El Juani, we didn't really sign a right back, so he keeps his place. Then we've got 2 very good centre-halves in Plantinga and Vernal Gill. Then Thornberg is going to... I was torn a little bit between where to put him. We either put him centre-half and move Vernal Gill out to left-back, which probably looks nicer for the star ratings. However, I think with someone like this, he's here at the club longer. He's got big potential. I'd rather just play him in his best position and try and get the best out of him. He's looking at him though. He doesn't really... He can play left back, but he's got 1 for crossing, 1 for dribbling, and 4 for passing. He's not a left back. Now, obviously, Thornberg ain't that much better, but at least he ain't got 1s. I don't know how he's ended up with 1s for dribbling. It's very odd, which isn't really going to be very good for a ball-playing centre-back, but there you go. So he's probably more like a no-nonsense centre-half, but there you go. Now, Clue is an interesting one. We played him up front in his first game. He probably is a striker. However, we've actually got a lot of strikers at the club, and he can play centre-mid, and he can play attacking mid, which obviously our centre-mids, channel midfielders they are, so they're going to move out wide. He can basically play anywhere in the attack. He's quite technically good. He's got good technique, good passing. He can move with the ball, good flair, good off the ball. You know, he doesn't... He's 5'10" as well. He places his shots. He moves into channels. Great for a channel midfielder. Plays 1-2s. Again, great for a midfielder. So I actually think he might be better as a midfielder than a striker. So we're going to play him in midfield next to Robinson and give that a try. We've then got more Fall still on the right because he's our best player. Our top goal scorer anyway. Of the players who play, I think Chambo's our top scorer. But we then got McCrew on the left. Again, that might change depending on how well he does, but he's done okay so far. Boast up front hasn't really hit the ground running, so we may move Kluwer back there and then put like Pettersson back, or even put Chambo back in. There's every chance of that. And then we've got Pagluisi, who I think scored off the bench in the Cup and hasn't really had a start since. So because we played Kluwer there last time. So yeah, it's a little bit of a work in progress. The other option is to move Kluwer up front, drop one of these boys, move Thornberg as a DM, and then get Christensen back in as the left back. So there's options if we need it, but I think at the minute this works best. It's definitely not perfect. Like I say, probably left back and centre mid is yeah. I think someone like Borst will come good. He just needs to get fit. Again, there's obviously these lads weren't playing proper football. They were just in the academy, so they weren't really, and they might not have even been playing for the academy, so they might not have been getting fit. I think when everyone's fit, Fafana probably comes in for Fall or even McCrew as well. Probably in for McCrew because he's not here beyond this season. So yeah, when he's back, he'll probably take his space. Again, we really want to keep him happy though, because this lad I think is going to be a good player for us, but it's just about can we get him on a better contract at the end of the season, or if he even wants to sign a new contract. Fall, obviously there's the two strikers and the goalkeeper are all on non-contracts. I'm basically going to wait until we get our budgets. Then hopefully we'll have a bit more money if we do get promoted, which looking at the league table was 7 points clear. I'm hoping we're going to continue this good run of form, especially with the new players we've signed, and go up automatically. That would be ideal. But yeah, once we kind of get our new budget and we get a bit more wage, then I'm going to try and give them proper contracts. I think did we offer? I think we've actually already offered a new contract to Vols. I think he's already going to be tied down. I think it's the strikers who we haven't offered proper contracts to, because I'm waiting to see which of them are going to be good, because we don't necessarily need to sign them on proper deals if they're not going to be any better. I think Fall, I'm happy to just keep on a non-contract as well, because I don't think he's really got much interest in him. I also don't really think he's got as big of a potential as or current ability as the other lads. So yeah, I think everyone else is tied down. We've offered the goalkeeper a proper contract. I just wanted to check he was good, which I think he is. And then, yeah, we've obviously need to keep an eye out on the strikers. But at the minute, things are going well. We're going to go play our 20th game. And then I think what we'll do after that, we'll just play the one game, because we've been yapping about the new signings for like 16 minutes. But what we'll do is we'll play this game, and then I think we'll come back to where we can maybe wrap up the league title, provided our good form continues off camera. So after all that yapping, we're going to try the boys out. You know the same. We just went and talked about it for a while. That's the bench. Obviously, we are limited with the number of players we can bring on it. So we'll give it a go. Like I say, there's decisions can be made if it doesn't necessarily work out. We didn't play this exactly in the last game where we won 2-0. We played Kluwer up front. I can't remember who was in midfield. It might have just been Pettersson. But yeah, I think Fall wasn't on the right. He was out of the squad for the new boy as well. So yeah, we've definitely had quite a few changes. Thornberg, I think at left back, is going to be maybe not that great. But yeah, one thing I have actually forgot to do is talk about the players who've left. So I'll probably try and just do it from memory for now. So one you probably noticed was Johnny Emerson. Basically, it was the non-contracted player. So Johnny Emerson was the left mid from Scotland. Now with McCrew in, with the other lad in as well, who can play on the left, with Kluwer in, it was just, yeah, we weren't going to get him any game time. He was just going to sit on. Obviously, he's a non-contract, so we could have just kept him around, but like I said, those non-contracts do contribute to the wage budget. We had other players we wanted to bring in, and he was on like £250 an appearance. He was one of the higher end players, and he was never that great for us, Emerson. He had little purple patches and stuff where he scored, but I think that was it really. So we have released him. He's obviously going to go find somewhere else to play. We've then also agreed to release the goalkeeper, Luke Thompson, as well. He was another one on a non-contract. We only really need one proper goalkeeper, to be honest, with the fact that Vols is in, he's going to be on a proper contract. Yeah, we don't need another one. We've got Stalnacki as the homegrown backup. So realistically, we didn't need another goalkeeper. Again, another player who would have just been taking up wage because the non-contracts add to the wage. Obviously, it doesn't take off the club finances if they're not in the squad, but it still takes up your wage, and we weren't able to bring other players in with them sitting around. So he's gone. Kluwer, that's a terrible pass. Maybe not a centre mid. Maybe not a centre mid at all. We've not really hit the ground running today. I mean, we nearly scored just then with Kluwer, but other than that, it's not been much, and that's a horrible save from Vols. It's really kind of quite close to him. Maybe he didn't get good eyesight to it, but he's palmed it into his own net, and we are 1-0 down. And like I say, we've been much better side so far based on the stats, but We're not married to this with Thornberg at left back, Kluwer at centre mid. Ideally, we'd have Christensen in, but we're limited on the number of players we can do. Obviously, the other option is, like I said, just take one of these non-contracted strikers out of the squad, because we're not married to them. They're the players who are on proper contracts. We need to keep obviously involved. Oh, what's going on? We're 2-0 down. He's offside. We're okay. Yeah, I mean, we did get knocked out in the cup as well, and a lot of these new boys were playing. I think the other thing is we don't really want to mess up our promotion run. I'm sure these players are better than what we've had. However, obviously the players we had were all in really good spirits, good dynamics, good happiness in the squad. They knew the tactic as well. What is Fall doing? I mean, it's a good pass in the end. Dornberg, a little bit sus to Kluwer. That's the other thing. We're playing players out of position. They just tend to not play as well. Rather than just being able to adapt. Kluwer, that is brilliant from Kluwer, to be fair. Maybe he can do this position. Maybe it's just going to take him a little while to get going. Silly through on goal, finishes it off, and he's maybe looking like the pick of the bunch of the strikers. He's a bit more physical than Bors, but he's taken it down well. Good finish. I think it was 4 with the assist, but that was good work from Kluwer in midfield. But he's not on a very good rating as Kluwer. So again, I think the other aspect of it is Kluwer has absolutely probably no defensive attributes. So we are asking them to defend as well. And I don't really think that suits them. The other thing is, like I said, the boys need to get they need to get up to proper fitness, because they've not been playing at the clubs they were at previously. And obviously they've been out of contract for some of them a couple of weeks. So they've lost their fitness, and we don't train full time. So when they come in, it has to be matches. But Plaglasili swings it over to Fall, who's got a number of players in front of him. I think he's going to go himself. His Fall wasn't a bad effort at all. And it's a good save to make it a corner. But yeah, I think Thompson and Emerson were the main two. I can't think of any other players we had. I think there was an Icelandic defender whose loan finished. There might have been another loan finished as well. But basically, if you don't see them in the squad now, they are gone. I think that's fair to say. Obviously, there's a number of players out of the squad now, like Chambo, the loans. Probably won't see them anymore, which is, like I say, harsh on Chambo. He's been here for a while, but you need to make forward progress, and football is a cruel game. But at the minute, we don't actually look that much better than before. None of the new boys are really doing all that much. McCrew's not having a great game. Boast's not really done anything. Kluwer's not really done anything. The centre-halves haven't really produced. And what's weird is some of them have been here longer than others. Fernal Gill was actually the first signing. He's been brilliant. So it's surprising that he's doing so bad. Oh, we give away a penalty. I don't know who it was that gave the foul away. It was Fernal Gill. Speaking of him, we need Vols to be a bit of a hero here. We've only lost one game all season, so this would not be ideal. Vols doesn't save. It's the 57th minute though, so we've obviously got time to fix this, but I don't really know. I don't really have the options to do that. I guess we probably just stick with what we've got, but yeah, we should be doing better than this. I don't think these are that good of a squad, and that's the other thing. We don't want to bring in all these players, disrupt our promotion run, and end up not getting promoted, and then ending up with a lot of unhappy players who probably feel they're too good to be sitting around this level. So, I mean, these have parked the bus. Look at our formation. We are 2-1 down. I think the Kluwer at centre mid experiment is over. I don't think he's a centre mid. I guess we don't really have any centre mids is the problem though. So if I take him off, right, what we'll do is we'll put Thornberg at DM. We'll chuck Kluwer up for Boast. Actually, Kluwer's really tired. I think he just needs to come off probably. We'll move El Juwani onto the left. We'll move Haggard at right back. This is definitely some sus movements right now. We'll bring Worrell on for McCrew. Robinson, Thornberg. Yeah, it's not ideal. It's really not ideal. I mean, I'm just not impressed with the players that we've seen so far. But yeah, obviously a lot of them are just not match fit. So I think that's the main thing really, is they're not match fit. And we maybe need to have a little think around who we play in what position. I think Fernal Gill maybe moving out to left back and Thornberg at centre back is not a terrible option. It's knocked in. I mean, that's honking goalkeeping. I swear he was quite good in the first. He wasn't good in the cup either, to be fair, but he was good in the last game and he kept a clean sheet. And he didn't have nothing to do. He did make some saves. So I'm telling you, the goalkeeper's good. he doesn't look it so far in this game. Haggard, lovely ball over the top to Borst, who has options if he can find them. Into Fall, into Rico Robinson. He's got to smash it. Why has he hit it so weakly? He's allowed the goalkeeper to save it, but that should have been the equaliser. And it wouldn't be ideal taking a point, but it'd be better than a loss. He's got to smash that. That was good work from Haggard and the rest, but we've just not taken our chances, and I am worried that maybe we need to just put Chambo in for the rest of the season because he's a regular goal scorer, and I've not really seen anything from Borst to suggest that he's better than Chambo at the minute. He's not scored, and that is a rare loss, so I think we maybe need a little rethink on the number of new players we're chucking in because, not ideal, but hopefully that is just a bit of a blip. Where are they in the table? They were 7th. They're like mid-table, so not the end of the world. We're still 4 points clear of Östersund, and at the very least, I think we'll be in a playoff place because we are 8 points clear of it. So we haven't got too many games left. I think, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 10 games left. So I think we'll come back for the last 2 games. Either the last 2 games of the season, which we've got Östersund's last game of the season, or hopefully a little bit earlier when we can wrap it up. But hopefully I'll have a little rethink with the players. Hopefully we'll be able to put a better team together and figure out exactly what's going to work for us. But that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of the signings, etc., etc. And I'll see you all for the end of the season very soon.